Good morning and welcome back to TV5 News at 9. So today we're showing you something super cool, something super innovative, and something super awesome. We're here this morning with the Executive Director of 100K Ideas, Ms. Brandy Cook-Brown. Brandy, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. So just walking around, perusing everything that's here. You saw me touching everything, picking everything up. This is just such an awesome area. So tell us, what inspired this move for 100K Ideas?
Yeah, so the way I worded it is we were kind of trying to figure out what's our next evolution as an organization, like where do we go to now? Because you always constantly want to evolve and grow. And two things kind of happened at the same time. So one, we noticed the state was having an increased focus on supporting actual small businesses and micro businesses, which are those that employ, maybe 1 to 5 people, which is a lot of those that are in this community. And we're like, okay, so what are their gaps? What are we doing? So we're starting to identify, okay, hey, we're noticing they need help here, here, and here. So what do we do? So we started developing the idea for a resource center that would bridge that gap. And really, we found the root of it is, a lot of people ask for funding, which is true, but it isn't just funding, it's like access to the resources they can use the funding for. So how do we take away some of those components? So if they do get funding, it's not pushed into one area, they're able to kind of explain it. So we were like, okay, let's bring in accountants, let's bring in legal help, let's bring in other entrepreneurial supports, let's give them access to software where they don't have to come out of pocket to get all of this access as much. And also we hope that they'll have a good foundation moving forward. And so that all was happening. And then at the same time, shops had closed. And we were hearing just people being very upset that it was closed, not for anything other than just, they would shop here, but also the vendors were like, oh my gosh, this was so awesome. We did so well here. And so it kind of was like, okay, we gotta bring shops back. Like we just personally took it on as our mission. And it just kind of started going from there. And we joke, it's like been almost a year since we started talking about this. So to see it really now happening is wild.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's just amazing in here. All right, so tell us about the shops on Saginaw. So tell us how that works for the vendors that participate in it.
Yeah, so what makes it unique is that there is no upfront fee. There's no, rent payment for the space itself. It really is just commission based. So we set up an application for those that are interested to apply. And if we go over it, we just make sure you have inventory. We obviously don't have as much space as we used to, so we are trying to get as many vendors in here as possible with the space that we do have. We are asking that, the vendors have actual, kind of the basics of their business set up. So having their, their business registered, having their tax identification number, and having their business bank account. But it's all to kind of help get them on that good financial start of like, hey, okay, we're not even gonna mix it. We're gonna start right away. Like, hey, you have all of these things in place. And then from there, we go through, we get them started, and it really helps them kind of get what we hope a good foundation for, if they decide to do craft shows, if they decide to, set up in other shops, they already have the foundation set up. And so, yeah, pretty much, they are able to put their stuff in. Anything that's sold, we only get a 15% commission on it. The rest goes to them. And we also are adding a little of a programmatic component to it, just being who we are. So you don't just get to drop your stuff off, you have to talk to us. So we're gonna meet with them not monthly, quarterly, to just say, hey, how's it going? Or do you see anything that you're struggling with? Is there anything we can help with? And really bridging that gap so they feel supported in this process as well.
Awesome. And we have all of these shops here behind us, but on the other side, there are like office spaces upstairs and then some spaces down here.
Yeah.
So is that a part of the 100K Ideas Startup Hub?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
Yep, so the Startup Hub is really focused on bridging that gap I talked about where people have the need for resources, but they just can't put the money and investment into it at this point. And so we really work together, not just internally, but also just with our other partners to be like, hey, this is what we see, how do you support it? So, to fill the space, we did a community-wide survey, we did an in-person forum, we talked to a bunch of people and said, hey, what are you hearing? This is what we're hearing. And we came together and really came up with kind of our starting. The way I look at it, I have version 10 already planned in my head of this. But for the first version, we really focused on, hey, what are the most immediate needs that people are saying? And so the one thing that everybody said they required was access to software. And we realized it wasn't just that they couldn't sign up, because there's that. And there's obviously the subscription cost, but also just knowing how to use it. softwares like QuickBooks. You know you kind of need it to do your things, but you don't know how to use it. So it's like, okay, let's give access, but also let's have someone here that can help them use it. So it's not just they're on their own trying to figure it out. And so we also are adding in a media center, a packaging station. There'll be computers in here to be able to do all of that. And then in addition to that is the actual, what I consider knowledge-based resources, where people of different industries of entrepreneurial supports are actually physically going to be on the building on a regular basis to support members of the space, also our shop vendors. So they all get access to this as well. And so it ranges from, our other local support providers to financial institutions to accountants that just have that expert knowledge, and they also are very willing to share it. And it's like, hey, okay, so we're gonna tell so-and-so that you're here on these days, so that way if they need to connect with you, they can. And so we're really excited. Everybody's been incredibly supportive and willing to be in the space to bridge that gap.
Yeah, so Brandy, tell us, if someone is interested in being a part of just this community of small businesses or startups, how can people join? What do they need to do?
Yeah, so right now I recommend, one, stopping in to see us, because we want people to come in the space. Right. So stop in and see us at the Dryden Building on the first floor. We're open. And then also really just give us a call. I mean, we got stuff, to get people signed up, but we really want to talk through it with people so they understand what the space offers. And we also understand their needs, because we never know if there's something else that maybe we didn't think of. They're like, actually, that's a great idea. Like, let's, address that. So so just reach out to us, come see us, come call us, email us, and we'll get you going.
And really quick, what's that email?
Yes, it's hey@100kideas.org, hey@100kides.org.
And the phone number.
Oh yes, 810-213-4720.
Perfect. And a grand opening is coming up, and I know that's just so exciting, and people are just going to be in and out looking at all the awesome things you have to offer. So tell us about the grand opening for this new space.
Yeah, so we are opening on July 18th at 10 a.m. We will be doing a ribbon cutting, and we're very excited because it really will allow us to kind of open the doors to the community and allow them to see it, tour it. We'll be able to answer their questions. They'll shop, hopefully. And we're just really excited because, again, we've been talking about this for a year. So to see it finally kind of come to fruition is awesome. And we're excited to welcome, supporters of the project like Senator Don Cherry, Senator Anthony from Lansing, and just really allowing them to say, hey, no, this is awesome. We're really excited to see this also at the state level. So we're excited.
And Brandy, really quick, what are the times for that grand opening?
Yeah, so the actual event itself will start at 10 a.m. And then we'll do our ribbon cutting and stuff, but really we're open all day until 5. Okay. So people can roll in. If you can't make it at 10, no worries. We're here all day. Come in, come see things. We'll tour. We're, expecting to be kind of up and about all day. So, feel free to stop in whenever you get a second.
Anything else you want to add?
Really, just come see us. We're excited. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, we just are personally excited because we just know this is going to be awesome overall for the community. The feedback we've gotten is incredibly positive, and so we're just excited to be able to finally open our doors and just be like, okay, we're here, it's ready, like, come on in. So we're very excited.
Brandy, I don't think you need to worry about people not shopping, because you saw me.
Yes.
I was looking at everything, touching everything. I'm not lying when I say there are so many awesome things here at 100K Ideas. So Brandy, we thank you so much for inviting us in and giving us this preview.
Yes, no, it's so excited. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And if you would like more information on 100K Ideas, all you have to do is go to our website, WNEM.com.